Hello and welcome to Chip Advisor. Yes, hello there. I'm Phil and I'm here with Mike. How are you, Mike?
Very well. How now, brown cow? You okay?
Yeah, pretty well. Excited to be recording on the evening rather than in a lunch break.
Oh yeah, different
Because
vibes.
doesn't mean we'll be going on longer, but it does mean there's less quick. You know.
It is
So
nice. It is nice to be sat in a smoking jacket.
yeah, absolutely. And we're here with Lewis. How are you, Lewis?
I am all right. It feels like the end of a very long day for me. We're recording on a Sunday evening, and it's the end of the vicar's big day of the week. So I'm here with my glass of whiskey and a Toblerone, which felt like a Sunday evening treat.
Good idea. I mean, on the one day of the week you work.
Yeah, absolutely. The one day of the week. That's what we complain about.
I've treated myself as well to a Professor Peppy.
Professor Peppy?
Professor Peppy, which
is he like a Dr. Pepper?
It's the little version, I believe, of the Dr.
Lovely.
Pepper, the Professor Peppy.
I've heard good things about that.
Well, I mean, it tastes just a bit like Dr. Pepper, really.
The Soda Stream Dr. Pepper.
Oh yeah,
I did not enjoy that when I had that.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, long gone are the days of my Soda Stream.
Was it officially licensed as Dr. Pepper?
No, it was called it was called like Sandra Salt or something, but it was Dr. Pepper.
Sandra's Salt. Okay.
Mike, what are you eating? You're chewing on something. You've already run off to get HP sauce and salt or pepper or something before we're recording.
Well, do you want to guess?
Yeah, condiments, pepper, HP sauce.
Something you're trying to spice up. I'm guessing a plain bag of rice.
No, not rice.
Cottage pie.
Yes, Lewis.
Ah,
It's a cottage pie.
That's exactly what I would.
Wow.
Exactly what I'd be adding to mine. Bit of
Very
pepper,
good,
bit
mate.
of HP sauce.
Yeah,
Right.
good.
Well, let's finish here.
Wow,
That's precious stuff.
nothing is going to top that this episode.
Mm.
But please do continue to listen if you want to. And early on in the podcast, whilst you're listening to this, why not leave us a review on Apple? Why not leave us a star rating on Spotify, or just share the pod with someone? Listener numbers are staying about the same, which is good, which means we're not losing people, or we're losing people, and we're But it'd be good to bulk that up even more. So
It'd be
why not?
wonderful
So
to extend it outside of our families.
wouldn't it just? Honestly, we get listeners all over the world, Lewis, and some listeners tonight don't have access to what we're talking about, and that is Marmite. Because people keep saying, "Oh, when are you doing a Marmite episode?" And due to lack of planning on our part, Mike suggested he'd do Marmite. He'd do the research for it. I'm well happy with that. So, Mike, I don't know what's happening in this podcast. All I know is that you've asked me to download a theme tune. Apart from that, this is quite exciting. So,
well, I'm just going to talk you through the basic wiki history, to be honest. In truth, what it is, it's beer leftovers. Basically, that's all you need to know. It's a spread. I thought I was teetotal, but actually, pretty much every morning, I start with the equivalent of gin on my cornflakes, a little bit of Marmite on toast.
I'm not sure you understand alcohol.
No. Well, I don't. Truth be told. Well, look, it was stumbled upon by German scientist Justus von Liebig. Justus von Liebig? Have you got some German music for me?
Oh, I've definitely got German, on the soundboard.
Yeah, so Justus von Liebig, and he was working in a brewery and discovered it.
What was the brewery called?
Vitam R.
Okay, great. Underwhelming.
Yeah. Anyway, very quickly, he decided that he could concentrate Marmite and yeast. This hasn't gone very well. Scrap the music. I can't concentrate.
Because you keep thinking of Schumacher up on the podium.
Yeah, that's what it is. But basically, what he decided, he was working in a brewery, and he realised that if you sort of siphoned off some of the yeast that was waste, yeast, it famously, is quite big on expanding. A bit like our listeners. And,
absolutely.
So what he decided was he realised that actually for every grain of yeast, 7 more are made.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Just take a moment.
Isn't that lovely? That's like days of the week.
But you only needed 1 per grain. I'll be honest, the science it's a bit ropey here. Anyway, I can see your face, Lewis. It is ropey. just roll with it.
I'm rolling with it.
Anyway, of those 7 spare grains of yeast that have generated somehow, yeast cells, we'll call them, they were siphoned off and then they were sold to a company in Stafford. Goodness only knows how, in the early 19th century. I thought relations were fairly poor, but apparently not. So they were selling their leftover yeast to a company in Stafford. And what they would do is they would boil down the yeast and extract certain parts of the yeast cell and then boil it some more until it slowly, when you boil anything, right, it evaporates and it thickens.
Yeah.
And then they'd add a bit of celery, a bit of salt, not celery salt, but celery and salt, a bit of barley, which may have been in the yeast. I don't know, guys. Look, basically, it's yeast. So that's my research. It's yeast.
It's leftover yeast with celery and salt.
Yeah, and because it's boiled within an inch of its life, it sort of solidifies.
No wonder why it's so disgusting.
Oh,
there we go. So we've established we've got one fool among us.
Are you really not a fan of this?
Oh, no. To be fair, I don't think I've tasted it in the last 25 years, but unless my palate has changed significantly in the last 25 years, it is horrible.
Oh. Well, I think it's always good to put these things to the test. Have you got people in your family that do like Marmite?
No. Well, I did ask the kids. Matthew Matthew is my eldest. He's 16. He can't remember ever having it. I think he possibly did when he was very young. We might have tried him with it, but I am.
And what does your good lady wife, what does she make of Marmite?
She is also not a fan.
Well, it's going to be very difficult, isn't it? Very difficult for the children to be able to embrace something like Marmite if you're so negative about it from the outset.
Yeah, well, maybe I should have got some for the pod, and I could have retried it. But that's a lovely.
That would have been a lovely thing.
Yeah.
Oh well, never mind.
We did have a message in when we said we were talking about Marmite, saying from James saying that I hope that 50% of the podcast don't like Marmite, and that is tricky because there's 3 of us tonight. I like Marmite and I have it regularly, but in small doses. So I don't lather it on my bread like I would a chocolate spread or a jam or golden syrup or anything else. I just put I dot it around the bread so I get a little burst of flavour. And to be honest, I am going off it
around.
It feels like you're forcing yourself to eat something you don't like, Phil.
No.
If I was having something that I really didn't want very much of, and I would just put a tiny amount on, it kind of strikes me as something which you don't really like.
There's quite a strong flavour, so you just dab it around. To be honest, I've moved to Vegemite. Vegemite's my go-to now, which I'm sure we might come on to in listener questions. But yeah, I do like Marmite, so I suppose it's 2-1, but in that way, it's nearly half and half the podcast. I don't like too much of it.
Right. See, I like a lot of it. So there we go. We've got the full swing from yay to nay and back again. So when you say little dabs, how are you doing that? Because it's not easy to maneuver. Have you got a squeezy version?
No. So you get, and I get very angry about this at work. You get a clean knife. You don't stick the butter knife in the Marmite. That is like one of the deadly sins. I'm sure that's in the Bible somewhere. but you get a secondary knife and you get a bit on that and you just put a dot there, dot there, dot there, dot there. You don't just clean spread it.
What we probably are in need of is we've got Gardener's Corner when Harry's on. Maybe Vicar's Corner we could have. So when you want to just double check whether Marmite is one of the 7 deadly sins, the Marmite butter mix, we can just throw to Vicar's Corner and Lewis can sort of give us the definitive answer.
I would really like a theme tune. Just trying to think Harry has his Gardener's theme tune.
Listeners, please get in touch. Get Lewis a theme tune.
Yes, please.
So Lewis, what stereotypical things can they pick up on? You're a vicar.
Yeah.
Yeah. What other character traits? Your lack of hair.
Thanks, Phil. Yeah, that was lovely. Listeners didn't know that until now, but although I think it possibly does get mentioned every episode. Yeah. Let's get them all out while we're at it. He doesn't like his wife's birthday cakes. Yeah, all of these. Yeah. Doesn't like Marmite.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure listeners will come up with something. So please, and either tweet us at ChipAdvisorPod or email
tweet us on the X.
Tweet us on the X, or email chipadvisorpod@gmail.com and we will read it out. We'll read out the suggestions next week, whatever we're talking about next week. I
like the idea of the Lord is my shepherd, like the Vicar of Dibley theme tune.
Vicar of Dibley, that's where I thought this was going.
Yeah.
I do. Well, I do have a pet service next week, so it does fit perfectly with that.
I can't wait to hear how that goes. That is going to be fun. I went on a 2-year abandonment of Marmite about, I don't know how long ago it was. Let's say 10 years ago, because I was doing a cereal challenge where I was eating every type of cereal. Anyway, so I was doing Ready Brek and asking people for serving suggestions. And someone suggested that it is quite popular somewhere, and I've found out since it's most likely a lie, to have Marmite Ready Brek. So somewhere on YouTube, if you type in Marmite Ready Brek, there's like a 4 or 5 minute video of me trying to eat a whole bowl of Marmite Ready Brek. My eyes watering, gagging. It's not an enjoyable. It's not an enjoyable.
I'm on it. I'm googling it now.
Perhaps
don't Google it. It's on the YouTube. But
YouTube.
But that put me off Marmite for a good couple of years, which is why I switched to Vegemite in the first place.
Perhaps at this point you could insert an audio clip of you gagging.
No, I don't know if there's audio on the actual video.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember.
Listen, let me get back to the history of Marmite.
Yeah, I probably
I've told you how it was founded.
Probably won't insert an audio clip of me gagging. Not sure that's what people need.
Well, you are the housewife's favourite. Anyway, I haven't quite finished with my history. So, yes, it was made.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It was made, and by 1912, they discovered that actually it was a rich source of vitamin B, and vitamins were becoming all the rage in the 1910s. Don't get me started on why, because I don't know. But apparently, vitamins were really coming to the fore in the 1910s. A lot of discovery around vitamins.
Probably people trying to avoid scurvy and other diseases.
So
like the bubonic plague, something like that.
I'm not sure about the timings. Anyway, they issued Marmite to troops as part of World War I, as part of their rations. So that was a big deal to keep them rich in vitamin B. And during the 30s, an English scientist called Lucy Wills, she successfully treated anemia over in Bombay using Marmite because they identified that there was a lot of folic acid as an active ingredient of Marmite. It was later used to treat malnutrition. Let me start that again. Malnutrition. Thank you. Malnutrition during the malaria epidemic over in Sri Lanka. It's not just been a food type; it's been a medicine as well down the years.
Wow. I've been very distracted. I have been on the YouTube, and the first thing you get if you do type in Marmite Ready Brek is Phil looking very ill. I say looking very young.
Really young.
I have added to the 278 views from 10 years ago.
I'm flying, absolutely flying. I'm going big.
I'm scared to watch to the end because it does look like you're about to vomit.
I don't think I did. I think a couple of times I dribbled back rather than vomited.
Well, I'm gonna stop there and leave that for enjoyment later on. Watch the rest of that video.
It will be enjoyable.
I'm curious. Your cereal quest, where you tried a different cereal, like all the different cereals.
Yeah.
What were your top 3?
It depends what for. Like so, Ready Brek. It turns out. Right. Okay. Okay. So I was trying to judge it on other things as well as just eating. Otherwise, it would be a bit boring.
Like?
So I can confirm that Ready Brek is good for conceiving children because I was eating that at the time. Anyway, so not at the time. That'd be quite the
whatever floats your boat, Phil.
Quite the multitask, but oh, got to edit that. So
your children are going to love this episode.
Yeah. So Ready Brek's good for that. There was a whole load of things, but the top ones.
Isla's middle name was Yeast.
Brilliant. Wrong child. She's 12. And I'm so distracted now. I've lost my words that I've just said that. I'm trying to work out how to get away from it. So the top 3, Ricicles, sadly no longer with us. Poor Captain Rick. Then you've got Kellogg's chocolate frosted flakes. They're effectively Choco cornflakes. They used to be called in the 90s. They got banned over here because, stupid rules. But you can still import them from America. So Ricicles, chocolate cornflakes, and I can't remember what the third one was. I went through quite a few, but I do remember.
Came out on top.
Ricicles. Ricicles. It was. I had pie charts and everything. I have to look through my notes. I can't remember it exactly.
I mean, I can confirm I went to a whole evening of Phil talking about cereal in the Alder Holt reading room.
Amazing.
Well, that's not what they said, but fine. I
thought it was amazing. I had a lovely time.
There we go. I'm glad we all have fun. I'm lost for words. Just say something, Mike.
Well, that pretty much ends the history of Marmite, to be honest, apart from it then kind of being used in all kinds of weird and wonderful ways, exploding in the last 20 years, really, in terms of pairing with different products and partnerships, the emergence of the squeezy bottles, and being able to get your own labels made. Squeezy Marmite, yeah.
Do they still do that?
Yeah.
I felt like it was a bit like robbery, the squeezy Marmite, because you'd always end up with loads stuck in the bottle.
But you just unscrew the lid and then use it as a normal.
Well, why don't you just do that in the first place? We've got. If
you try to put little dollops everywhere.
I've got to. I mean, I can't really say exactly where I live because I'll get robbed. But we've got. Of course.
Why would you get? Sorry, why would you get robbed? What are they coming for?
The mean streets of Windsor Way.
Here's what they're coming for. When the Queen had her Golden Jubilee, we bought this Marmite. Yeah.
Wow.
We bought this and never opened it. Still sealed.
Oh, that's good.
It is a special limited edition to raise a toast to the Queen in reign for 60 years, nearly as long as Marmite's been around, but not quite. That's what it says. And this is going to pay for our children's all their driving lessons, houses, everything, I reckon.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that this will go on eBay in, I don't know, 20 years or something, and then pay for university, everything like that.
I similarly have got somewhere a jar of Marmite called Marmite, where they would, for a certain fee, they would change the label for you. I got it from Father Christmas.
I was going to say, did you buy it for yourself, or did someone buy it for you?
No, I mean, even by my standards, that would be fairly self-indulgent. So, no, it was a Christmas present from Father Christmas.
Oh, good old Father Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, I was the one doing the stockings that year, but no, it was yes, a gift from Father Christmas. Lovely stuff.
Now, someone's selling a. Oh, and it's an empty jar of Marmite on eBay at the moment for 99p, but it's empty.
Ooh.
That's probably why. I imagine that'd be why.
Yeah. For uneducated folk on Marmite like me, there's already been talk about Vegemite. Now, can someone fill me in of what's the difference?
Well, I hope Phil can.
Yeah. So it's got an Aussie twang. It tastes similar but better than Marmite, in my opinion, and it's more spreadable and it's not as sticky. And so you can get it out the jar easily. I'm a big fan. Great on crumpets.
So is it the same sort of basic idea? It's yeast extract, or is it a completely different?
No, I think it is, but I think there are some slightly differing ingredients. It's not. It's more bitter than Marmite, I would say.
Have you had it, or are you just saying that?
Of course, I've had it.
Oh, okay. Oh, what do you mean? Of course, you've been to Australia.
No, but I've eaten Vegemite.
Okay. Cool.
Have you had a barbecue?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good.
What?
Australians have barbecues.
Fair.
They're dinkum, mate. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's similar but better in my opinion, Lewis.
Is that what it was when you Googled it?
That's what I'm telling you.
It looked like you were just typing something. It's come up.
Yeah,
I've got the official thing. It's similar but better.
That's what it says. That's what Google.
Right, okay.
That's what Google says. I once wrote a song about Marmite.
Oh well, the floor is yours.
Marmite or Marmite?
It was called Marmite Motorway, and I still sometimes sing it in my head. It was part of a school. We got told we could have a week off lessons if we went and did this drama production thing whilst I was in upper school.
Phil, this is the second story in recent podcasts where you've talked about some kind of drama production at school that sounds highly questionable. What was the one just a couple of weeks ago that we did?
It might have been this one where I was a microwave.
Yes, when you were a microwave. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that was it. So I literally just took I wanted a week off lessons, so I said, yeah, I'll do it. Anyway, I didn't realize they would notice my natural acting talent and put me as the main part. I even had to sing a solo at one point, and I cannot sing. But we all had to write our own songs, write the whole script. It was all based in the kitchen. So I wrote a song called Marmite Motorway, which was incredible. I won't sing it for you now.
Oh, take it away, Phil. Take it away.
We've all heard the It's a Quiz theme tune.
Yeah.
Don't do yourself down. Don't do yourself down.
No. I will tell you some of the lyrics if you want. Driving down the Marmite Motorway, smelling that yeast extract. Driving down the Marmite Motorway. Yeah, it's a matter of fact. Forget your salad bypass. Forget your jam roll. The only way to bypass anything in the bowl. Marmite Motorway. Bum, bum. Marmite Motorway. Bum, bum. But it was sung. It was the best song. It was a rock song, actually. It was the best song in the whole production. But it was tremendous.
It was slightly. It's a bit. Yeah, I'm sure some of the magic was lost by you just saying the words.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's got a good.
I mean, if I just went to you, is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide? No escape from reality. I mean, I haven't got a 3-time number one on my hands.
Yeah, but the problem is I haven't got the rock music behind me. I haven't got the backing singers going. When I say Marmite Motorway, they're going Marmite Motorway, Marmite Motorway, Marmite Motorway, Marmite Motorway. I haven't got that here.
Where did the rock music come from, out of interest?
It's
on second thoughts, maybe just the lyrics will suffice.
I quite like it as a spoken word piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I got carried through. I led the revolution dressed as a microwave and got carried through the audience. Towards the end.
Did you not go to watch this, Mike?
Sorry?
Did you not go to watch your brother in his?
Sadly, this is completely passed me by.
You were living in Brighton or somewhere.
Yeah, living a hedonistic lifestyle. On the Sussex
ironically,
coast.
where they would have spoken word pieces about Marmite.
They would. I just, yeah.
A note that soon after me reading the lyrics to Marmite Motorway, you've poured yourself another whiskey.
Certainly have.
Okay, great.
I would just question if I was critiquing it in any way.
Yep.
That you used the word bypass in 2 consecutive lines, and I feel like one was a bit stronger than the other.
I think it was bypass. Forget your salad, bypass. Forget your jam roll. The only way to fly past it might be any way to fly past anything in the bowl. Yeah, I think that was it.
Okay.
Fly past and bypass.
That's lovely.
It was
bit of rhyming.
Lyrically, it was written by me and Ian Pike.
Okay. So
another
clever.
lyricist. Yeah. It was big.
Clever because when it hits the charts eventually, you'll be the one making the money.
Yeah.
You and Ian Pike.
Me and Ian Pike. Yeah. We absolutely nailed it. Lyrically, I mean, it was by far the best song in the whole production, and that includes the rather one-dimensional "And Now I'm Burning Like Fire," which I had to sing as a solo.
Because you were a microwave on fire?
I honestly can't remember much of the storyline.
Had someone put something metal inside you and turned you on? So to speak. Wow.
No one had done that. No one had done that. There were lots of people
put something metal inside you and turned you on.
No, that has never happened. And let me say, there were lots of people dressed as eggs. That's all I remember. And then there was
eggs.
Eggs, and there was people dressed as piping bags that very much looked like condoms, and they were furious about their costumes.
What was the budget for this production?
Oh, we made our own costumes. I mean, my microwave costume was literally a drawing of a microwave on an old cardboard box that was then strung round me.
Were the people dressed as eggs, did they just have a picture of an egg on them?
No. So their top half, they had like a cracked, it was like 2 halves of an egg, like cracked with jagged lines. So they had like an egg in front of their legs and then an egg like in their upper half of their body. And
more cardboard?
Yeah, more cardboard. There's a lot of
cardboard. How old were you, Phil, when this imaginary production occurred?
Did you throw some frog spawn over a fence?
No, that's not this again. This honestly, one day I'll work out what the chords were for Marmite Motorway, record it, and I'll put it on the YouTube. Although I can only remember the first verse and chorus.
Will it be on the same channel of you gagging on Ready Brek?
Listen, it's likely. I don't. Okay. I'm wondering what else is on that channel. So please do. I don't.
But really, Phil, how old were you? Sorry, when this all occurred.
I think I was doing my GCSE year, so whatever that is,
wow.
15, something like that. It made me. I remember for a good couple of weeks after, I wanted to be an actor. Like I really enjoyed it. Oh, I say so. Also on that YouTube channel called Photos of My Spoon, 6 subscribers. I mean, who are they? What are they come for? Seriously. There's recreate videos. There's recreate videos that are untitled that are actually Mark Watson doing a gig, which is brilliant.
I've scrolled all the way down past those ones, and I've just clicked on the video that you've posted called "The Ultimate Romantic Gesture."
Oh,
which appears to be a leftist.
That is the ultimate.
Saying, hang on, if I eat this, Phil loves Holly and Isla, and a rabbit has appeared on screen and is now eating said leaf.
Yeah.
Wow, it's had 1 like and 43 views in 11 years.
43 views.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused.
Well, I think we all are, to be truthful.
I mean, I'm confused by the fact that you've just told us that you got a week off of schoolwork to do this production in your GCSE year. It does feel like that there needs to be some questions asked of said school.
Yeah. Honestly, I went round to school the other day because we're looking at getting, seeing what school to send the eldest to, because she's going into year 9 next year, and there was also what were they doing there? They said, we start GCSEs in year 9, so they do 3 years of GCSEs. That's how much they care about results, and I was taking a week off to do. They probably only let the kids who weren't going to actually do anything to improve their exam scores being in lessons. So these guys are dead to us. Let them go and do some acting.
Wow.
That's what it was. There's also a video of me playing Coolio's "See You When You Get There" in a reflection of a spoon. That's what I've just seen on there.
I would say that was actually, despite the hurrahs around Gangster's Paradise, I would say "See You When You Get There" is actually probably his best track.
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
It's a very good track.
Well, it's canon
you need to loosen up and listen. That's what I remember. Anyway, would you like to do a quiz?
Yes, please. Only if we have a jingle, though.
Oh, sorry. I'm all about Coolio, and also all about deleting videos I don't want people to search for off my YouTube. So you may have to. Right, here's a quiz. It's a quiz. It's a quiz. It's a quiz. It's a quiz.
Okay, so I have got 6 meals here. We've talked already about the fact that it's inspired a host of collaborations down the years, but some famous chefs have really got behind Marmite. And I've got 6 meals, and I want you to tell me whether they're genuine or not, okay? I'm going to call this game Meal or No Meal.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I know you've just queued me up.
That was very much your cue.
No, it was. I've just deleted a video of me doing a ukulele cover of a Taylor Swift song with lyrics that were purely to irritate Anthony, who is our host on the Fancy Threesome FPL podcast. So I don't want people hearing me sing. So they've just been deleted. What a loss to the internet. Right, why don't you repeat what you were saying about your quiz?
Yeah, what's it called?
Huh?
It's called Meal or No Meal. Okay, so you're both going to get to play at the same time, lads. I'm going to give you a meal and who came up with it. And I want you to tell me whether it genuinely is a meal or a no meal. Simples. Okay? You happy?
Okay.
All right. Number 1 is
you happy with this level?
Maybe just bring it down just a touch, a smidgen.
Oh, it's quite short for something that's going to loop a lot.
Wow. Popular theme tune.
Okay.
Okay. You can't go to an arcade without hearing this on loop.
Okay, cool.
Don't know why there is such a collaboration between all arcade machines and Deal or No Deal, but it certainly does appear to be a thing. Anyway, Marmite. My first one is the Marmite cocktail, made by Andrea Montague, famous cocktail maker, made up of citrus vodka, maple syrup, blackberry, raspberry liqueur, and Marmite. Is that a meal or no meal?
Yeah, I wonder if this song would have been better just like as an intro and an outro rather than in the background all the time. I tried to put the tension music on.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, good idea.
Just, I know we're producing this like as we go, but
you want me to start the whole thing again?
No, that's fine. That's fine. No, this is the tension bed. That's fine.
Right then, boys, let's get at it for real then. So, first one.
Yeah, I heard it. True.
Oh, okay. We're keeping that in the edit. The last 30 seconds. If you, wow.
I like that you've gone true rather than meal or no meal.
Yeah.
Out of the options available, you've gone.
I'm now fine with everything that's left on that YouTube channel. So I'll say meal, please, Mike. Although a drink isn't a meal, is it? Although bothering could be a meal.
Yeah. If you put Marmite in it, probably does become a meal. I was also going to say meal. Is that okay? Can we eat?
Okay. It is a meal, lads. So 1 point each. Next up, the Heston Blumenthal Marmite Chili Con Carne. Was that in one of his books? Meal or no meal?
I mean, Heston has done some strange things in the past, and I think you're playing on that to try and trick us. I'm going, and no meal.
No meal from Lewis. Phil?
I'm exactly the same thinking, Lewis. No meal.
I'm afraid it's a meal, lads. Did
it's a double
feature
bluff.
in one of his books. Okay. Next up is the Camden Town Love to Hate Marmite Ale. Marmite Ale. Is that meal or no meal?
Now I spent many a weekend in the pub of Camden Town, but I don't remember ever having a Marmite-based beer. But it kind of makes sense if yeast extract.
Return it back to its natural habitat.
Yeah. What you getting, Phil?
I'm gonna go no meal.
Oh yeah, I was thinking by process of elimination and the fact we've had. I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to say it's a meal.
It is a meal, boys. Available now. You can get 12 cans for $24.99.
I mean, beer is a meal is questionable.
Next up, Nigella.
Oh, now we're talking. Hang on.
Nigella.
And now I have nuts to attend to.
Thank you.
And now I have nuts to attend to.
Oh, gosh.
And now I have nuts to attend to.
She has got a lot of nuts to attend to.
It's because you want me to loop the other theme.
Okay,
it's all got loopy.
So
don't let anyone tell you that this is poorly produced.
No, gosh, no. So did she in one of her books have Marmite spaghetti? Nigella Lawson's Marmite spaghetti.
I've had that as a meal before.
Tension music, Phil.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've dipped dried spaghetti in Marmite and just had that as just eat that.
That sounds disgusting.
Was that from a Nigella?
Oh my gosh, no, that was from being poor. But I think Mike's got us on the. Well, it's got to be a no meal soon, so I'm going to say meal again.
You're going to say meal?
Meal. I'm not sure I can say the word meal, but I've said it. Meal.
I'm also going to say meal because I think he's playing with us here. I think we're just going down a route of lots of meals.
It is a meal, gentlemen. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Okay, next up. Sanjeev Kapoor, the Indian entrepreneur and television celebrity, came up with Marmite Aloo. Marmite Aloo. Spicy potatoes and cauliflower with Marmite and spices. Meal or no meal?
I'm going to carry on, Dennis. I think it's a meal.
Okay. I'll say no meal to be different, but I think Mike's smiling inside, thinking, "Oh, I'm going to say meal for all of them."
It's no meal. It's no meal.
This level,
which I think puts you evens, lads.
It does.
Puts you even going into the last one. Shake away. The Marmite milkshake.
It's
the
a
Marmite
no
milkshake.
Meal
Is it a meal or no meal?
But no meal for you, Phil. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like they give you options of putting all kinds of things in milk. Let's. I'm going to go for meal.
It is no meal, which means Phil, you are this week's winner. Wow, there you go.
Wow, that seemed like a push. Milk and Marmite. Actually, I do like to. And it feels like I've been talking about myself a lot. And don't worry, I'll try and edit out some of it.
That's lovely. I've enjoyed your autobiography tonight. I really have.
Actually, I'll level with you. It's quite late on a Sunday night. There's a chance this might go out completely unedited.
Wow.
Which, if you are listening back and you think, well, this has been tiresome, that'll explain it. I like to, if I'm having my Marmite on toast, I'll have a glass of milk at the side, and sometimes I'll take a bite of the toast, and with the toast still in my mouth, swig of milk, and the toast then absorbs it, and the milk kind of calms the saltiness of the Marmite. And then you suck the milk through the toast in your mouth.
It's getting weird now.
Okay, surely, did you not learn from the Ready Brek and Marmite? Surely one of the main constituents of Ready Brek is the milk that you've added to it.
Listen, with Ready Brek, I've got bigger fish to fry than milk. It's oats, which are the terror. But yeah, no, that's different. That's different, Lewis.
Okay.
Because having a whole bowl full of Marmite Ready Brek, as you'll see if you look for the video, and I haven't just mentioned the video because I'm desperate for hits. I don't think
someone wants to increase the 43 views, don't they?
Oh no! This one's at 200 and something.
Oh,
it's the rabbit one with only the 43.
Oh, okay.
The rabbit one. In my defence, I think we're doing Valentine's Day on a budget for under a £5 or something, and there was a website called Fiverr. It was called actually, and people everything needs to be a £5 on their list. But it was $5 actually, because it was an American website.
Well, you saved yourself a bit of money there, didn't you? Tightwad.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was someone who would write stuff, I assume in edible ink, on lettuce leaves, and then get this rabbit to eat it. I also paid for our sister Vicky to have a man in a grass skirt dance for her in a jungle, but that was a separate incident.
Okay. Well, listen. I think a number of listeners have been in touch, Phil. So maybe you could point us in their direction. One of our co-hosts, Harry, has been in touch to say that between 1994 and 1999, I can confirm that he was between the ages there of 13 and 18. He had a Marmite sandwich every single day he was at school because his mum made him do his own lunch, and it was the easiest thing to make. Now, I would suggest that actually it's not the easiest thing to make, particularly when it's of a slightly cold temperature, quite difficult to spread.
Do you have butter underneath Marmite?
Oh yes, very much so.
Oh right, so it's right.
Mate,
but actually, that could be quite tricky as well.
You haven't you don't refrigerate your Marmite, do you?
I have been known to, but no, it does make life very difficult. Calm yourself down. Calm yourself down.
Oh, this is just ridiculous.
In my humble opinion, the easiest sandwich to make, other than a butter one, is a ham one, because you literally just put a slice of ham in. Job done.
Not very nice.
Easiest sandwich that you like to make, Phil? Easiest sandwich to make?
Well, I just tend to make cheese and pickle because that's a good sandwich.
Complicated.
Quality over time.
Very high maintenance. What about you, Lewis?
Simple sound. Something like jam.
Oh,
that would be pretty simple. Sweet.
I've got some lovely rhubarb jam.
The thought of it horrifies me.
What, a
jam in a sandwich. Right. It's sweet and savoury, isn't it? We've been here before. It horrifies me.
Do you have jam on anything?
Custard or rice pudding.
Jam on custard.
Not jam on toast.
Never on toast, ever. No, it makes me. I'm genuinely sort of gagging up here physically at the thought of it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you ought to do a video, put it on YouTube, see if you can get more than 200 views.
Oh, yeah. I did see. I was in Lidl the other day, Mike, with the eldest, and we saw a pizza which had figs on it. And we said, that is something Mike would be loving.
What on earth? Yeah. In what supermarket? Sorry, in Tesco?
No, Lidl.
In Lidl?
Yeah, figs in Lidl.
Of all places, Lidl. Come on, know your audience. Figs on a pizza. Good grief. Someone from Lidl has been into Waitrose and said, hey, you know what they're doing over in Waitrose? They're doing figs on pizzas. And they said, that might catch on. We'll give that a go. Why Lidl leading with figs?
Figs are for fig rolls, and even then, only if you're constipated.
Oh, love a fig
Never
roll.
Any.
Love a fig roll.
Our friend Christine, my octogenarian Scrabble friend, she's got a massive fig tree and loads of leftover figs. So if you'd like any, do let me know. You can pop them on your pizza.
Absolutely disgusting.
Don't see either of you rushing, so that's fine. We'll move on.
Figs. I don't think I've ever bought a fig.
Do we have any more listener questions?
More than the none that you've suggested so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got loads, so I can edit out my life story. Okay, so Matt, who is in the United States of America, somebody had to explain Marmite to me a few years ago, and I'm still confused. So is Marmite something that hasn't gone across to the States?
Yeah. Is it just an English thing with an Australian twist?
When we went to Finland, Phil.
Yes, I was just about to say that. I haven't got any Finnish music, so do you want Japanese?
Fond memories, or whatever, really. Lovely.
That's close to
Phil
Finland.
and our friend Rich, we travelled to Finland a few years ago, and there was a stall in the market selling pretty much just Marmite, and it was surrounded by Union Jacks.
That is correct.
I think it's like I guess it's the equivalent of bratwurst for Germany, whereas they probably don't see it as their national dish, but it's it's being sold as it.
Everyone thinks that the English just eat shortbread.
I wish we did. If we could.
Yeah, well, we can't. So next question. Sean, why is Marmite the greatest thing ever made? That's
Sean.
Even if you like it,
fanboy.
is it the greatest?
Yeah. Sean, that I would say.
Yeah, I think Sean's just got a little bit excited and maybe needs to calm down.
Sure, it happens to the best of us.
And maybe try a bag of Revels. See what happens. Claire, and this is your Claire. Why is Marmite so delicious but Twiglet so disgusting? Mickey Race also echoes this, which is weird because I don't know how you can not like Twiglets if you like Marmite.
It's consistency.
Then Ant says, why is Marmite so disgusting but Twiglet so delicious?
Curious.
Yeah, so I have some sympathy with Ant on that. Now, Twiglets would not be my go-to thing at all, but I can eat a Twiglet.
That is weird.
And I definitely wouldn't go sort of Marmite on anything. Maybe I need to reinvestigate Marmite, but I would if there was a Twiglet, sort of a little pot of Twiglets on table. I might partake of a few. Wouldn't be my go-to, but I can eat a Twiglet. Whereas the thought of eating a Marmite and toast, it feels more repulsive.
Oh, I think you need to give Marmite another chance.
All right, okay. Before the next pod, I'll give Marmite another go.
Will you finally watch Mary Poppins while you're at it?
No.
Oh. It upsets me.
That's an ask too far.
We have known each other for a long time. We're pretty close friends, I would say. We talk most days, and I think as a fine friend of mine, you should sample Mary Poppins, such as my love for it.
Is it a musical?
Well, of sorts, yes.
Then I'm out.
Well, that's very disappointing. What's your favourite thing in life, Lewis?
My favourite thing
you can't say your family or God.
Okay, my favourite thing is a nice single malt glass of whiskey.
Well, I'll try whiskey.
Okay, all right.
Can you do that
whilst we watch
before we record the next episode?
We'll have a night of you eating Marmite on toast, watching Mary Poppins, and I'll drink whiskey throughout.
Do we tell our wives about this night that we're going to share?
Well, I may need the spare room.
Okay,
well, let's get that done.
You can plan that event. Isn't it weird that Twiglets are sold in those little the big boxes at Christmas? You get the sort of cylinders of Twiglets
along with the cheeselets.
The cheeselets, which are not available at any other time of year.
Curious.
I find it very odd. It doesn't taste of Christmas cheeselets, but they keep getting a regular gig. Odd. Right. Zoe says, no Marmite in our household. Is it popular in any other country other than the UK? and she has also attached pictures of Vegemite. Because
well, I think we've established it does export a bit, but it's not huge elsewhere.
Sean's campaign says, "Why does Marmite look so aggressive? Yet it's vegan friendly." I'm not sure
Aggressive?
I understand that.
Looks aggressive.
Is Sean all right?
I'm worried about Sean. I mean, I'm looking at my Marmite, and it doesn't look aggressive at all.
I guess of the jars, it's the most Darth Vader of the jars.
Yeah. It's because of the dark consistency, and maybe that scares him.
Which when I was researching Marmite, I stumbled across an excellent experiment you can do with Marmite. Try this at home, kids. So empty some Marmite into a jar. You're yawning quite. Nobody can hear it. But
Sorry.
You're yawning quite a lot. Give me a chance.
Yeah.
So if you get some Marmite, put it in a bowl, whisk it. It turns white.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that true?
That is true.
How many days are you whisking for?
Not very long. It turns
How much
white.
cream are you adding to it?
No cream.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some kind of family service sermon here for you, Lewis.
Wow.
So yeah, if you whisk it up, it turns white.
Have you seen this on YouTube? Did they cut to a bowl of cream?
No.
What
it can
happens
happen
when you?
Here we go.
I feel like you're being
Marmite.
tricked here.
No, I'm not being tricked. This is the real deal.
Not everything on the internet's true, Michael.
Phil, open up that Marmite. You've been waiting for. I know it's your children's nest egg.
I can't do that.
No,
it's currently worth 99p.
You want to get it out and give it a good old whisk.
Oh, we've got other Marmite in the cupboard. That, to be honest, that much butter's been put in it that it looks like it could easily turn white. Is that absolutely?
Lewis, what are you doing?
I'm googling it about this
And?
whisking. Marmite turns white if you tap it, and we're freaking out. From Elle magazine.
Have you been reading too much Elle magazine again?
Yeah.
It's a doubtful of mine.
I think I may have subscribed.
Oh gosh.
Elle magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, try it out, guys. Get some Marmite in a bowl, give it a whisk. It turns white.
What is the most aggressive vegan-friendly thing that you know of, apart from vegans who are?
I was going to say, I know some aggressive vegans.
Aggressive vegan thing.
Yeah. Artichoke for me.
I was going to think a very scary-looking vegetable.
I nearly died on an artichoke once when I was in Pisa. Stabbed me in the throat.
I'm just quickly having a Google.
Okay. Well, we'll come back to that.
Yeah. Okay.
Joe, are there any other delicious beverage production byproducts on the market? For example, do champagne producers make jam? They did once do a champagne crunchy. Do you remember them? Champagne flavour crunchy bar in the 90s.
Do not remember that.
No.
Oh, don't tell me that was a dream. This whole episode.
It sounds lovely, but
yeah, it was good. It was.
Never heard of it.
Most aggressive vegan thing, Mike Tyson. He's vegan.
Okay, great. In 1999, Cadbury Champagne Crunchy. I wasn't dreaming it. Yeah. There we go. Mike Tyson. Yep. Okay, cool. Nick says, toast or crumpets? What's best with Marmite?
Oh, that's a fine question. So I'm a big fan, and I don't know because I don't have anything else on toast other than Marmite. Like I don't like peanut butter. I won't have jam anywhere near it or honey, anything sweet. So it's literally, other than like beans, it's the only thing I'll ever have on toast. or cheese maybe.
You are so weird.
Okay, thank you, says the guy that dressed up as a microwave. So anyway.
Got a week off school by dress. If someone said to you when you're at school, have a week off lessons if you wear a microwave. I mean, I'd have worn an actual, like, industrial-sized microwave and strapped it to my chest if it meant a week off lessons.
I too was given a week off school when I performed an award-winning performance, Special Actor in Dorset, 1994, Buttons in the pantomime Cinderella.
You had a week off school for
yes, because the deputy head, Mr. Cozier, at the time was the director of the pantomime. He didn't want us tired ahead of showtime.
Oh,
Anyway.
does he know about your dodgy voice when you've been overworking?
Anyway, so
different era when you're doing that.
I was about to.
Maybe it's his fault you had to retake a year.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of contributing factors. What was the original question, please? Because I was about to hit you with some great stuff.
Crumpets or toast for Marmite?
Oh, yeah. So what I like to do is I like to spread the Marmite on, but upon spreading, the top layer of the bread actually kind of forms this kind of, it comes loose, it comes free. So you've got the base line of the toast.
Yeah.
But then you've got the top, like this marmite bulbous stuff on top. Like this marmite, bready, gooey mix, and it's fantastic.
I remember when I was younger, and you were also therefore younger, when we lived at Mum and Dad's.
We all were when you were younger. I think we were all younger when you were younger.
This is how time works.
Yeah.
Yep. And I remember you used to make Marmite on toast like that, and I remember asking you to make me it how you had it before.
Oh,
yeah, I do remember that.
That's nice, isn't it?
I feel like for this question, we need our friend from is it Lovely Bit of Crumpet?
Yeah. Unfortunately, she's not here right now, and so I will stand on the side of crumpets.
Okay.
You go toast or crumpet, Mike?
I'm going toast because of that texture you can achieve.
Lewis, if you liked Marmite.
Oh, that's a complicated question there. If I liked something I don't like, would I like it on two things that I do like? Ooh,
but which do you like most?
Well,
effectively, what we're asking you is crumpets or toast?
I'm going to go crumpets.
Winner.
Well, 2-1. Crumpets takes it.
What's your favourite off-piste Marmite product that's been created, e.g. the peanut butter, crisps?
I'm not sure how off-piste it is, but I absolutely love Marks and Spencer's do a Marmite and cheese pinwheel.
Oh, they do. They
absolutely
do.
Fantastic.
You can bake them in the oven, can't you?
Well, you can do, but you can just eat them out of the box. And
I don't know whether Mike's frozen at this point.
Oh no, I'm back.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, back in the room.
Just lost in the moment thinking about pinwheels.
Yeah, they are incredible, but so expensive for about 5 pinwheels.
Yeah, but yeah, they're my thing.
Right. What is a pinwheel?
It's basically puff pastry, Lewis.
Oh, okay.
It's a cheese straw that's been wrapped in a circle.
Okay.
It's effectively, you know, like a snail shell shape.
He knows what a circle looks like, mate.
All right, okay, cool. Yeah,
I'm there. Crumpets, know what that is. Pinwheel, I'm with you now.
You know, circles, a bit like a snail shell, Lewis.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what? My head has gone so much because I'm trying to work out how I'm going to edit something out of a podcast. Two things out. I mean, how I'm going to edit myself out the whole podcast.
I've enjoyed it.
Well,
any more?
I'm pleased. Is Marmite acceptable on any other foods except breakfast foods? You must have had it on ready, Brek. Nick, I can't get enough of Marmite on cheese. Neat, I assume, is what he's saying.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Mama Botto is a big fan. If Mama Botto ever has a veggie roast, she will stir Marmite into a gravy.
Yeah, I always found that a bit odd, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I've taken to it occasionally. If I'm not having brown sauce on my cottage pie, I'll have a bit of Marmite gravy.
I'm not sure what's more upsetting, the thought of Marmite in gravy or a veggie roast.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with a veggie roast. Nothing wrong with that.
Saving cows and the planet all at the same time, Lewis.
Yeah.
You know.
Michael, did I dream
it's
it?
The time and the place.
Did Mum used to put Marmite on her veggie roast as like a sauce, like just like on the side, so she could dip stuff into it, or did I dream that?
No, she may well have done. But she definitely put it in her gravy.
It is a bit odd in hindsight, but
I don't mind it.
Mickey says, "Why does it taste better with peanut butter?" Dave also says, "Is this the best crossbreed ever?" And that is the Marmite peanut butter. I haven't had it because peanut butter's gross.
Yeah, I'm with Phil.
Yeah,
And you don't like Marmite, Lewis, so this puts us.
No,
on
I can't really help.
So, is it the best crossbreed ever?
No.
No, absolutely not. I thought it was a joke product. I didn't realize that was real. They still sell that, do they? It looks like they do. Yeah. Mate, you've researched this. Do they still sell Marmite crunchy peanut butter?
Oh yes, they do.
Oh, good. Confident.
It's available in all good stockists.
Okay, good. Nice use of the word stockists. Matt says, is it okay to quite like Marmite, or do you have to love or hate it?
I think it's okay. I think, Matt, just be who you want to be. I think it's okay. I think some cunning marketing on the part of Unilever, who make Marmite these days and have done for some time now. But I think, we don't all have to fall down hard on one side of this. We can just, we can fit. There can be shades of grey.
Yeah, I think because of the marketing, I think that's why maybe Sean earlier went just berserk, didn't he? I mean, saying, "Is it the greatest thing ever? Greatest thing ever made, ever?" Like he's also including, I assume, the wheel, any medicine,
the pinwheel.
Oh,
the pinwheel,
the TV program, The Wheel.
Is that a program?
Oh yeah, The Wheel with Michael McIntyre.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, it's a good show.
Is it?
The Wheel. Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Milk. That's also a good thing. I'd say milk's better than Marmite.
Oof, blimey. What's your favourite wheel, Phil? What's your favourite wheel?
The wheel to live. We all need that.
Which you're losing fast.
Which all of our listeners have sadly lost. Yeah.
Lewis, your favourite wheel?
Oh no, we're not carrying this on, are we?
Oh, come on.
Favourite wheel.
Wheel or no wheel?
Yeah. No wheel, thank you.
Have you got a favourite wheel?
The wheel on my car.
Oh, just which one?
I'm a big fan of the left front.
Left front, the passenger side.
Yeah, yes, the one.
Yeah, it has to endure quite a lot. You know, it's the first to hit the.
What are you saying about my passengers?
No.
Unbelievable.
Wheel of Fortune was decent back in the day.
Well,
yeah. I'm torn between the London Eye and a wagon wheel.
Is London Eye a wheel? I suppose
it's a Ferris wheel, is it not?
Circular. I don't know if Lewis would know what that means, but it's circular.
Could you explain what that?
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, like a snail.
Ferris wheels named after Pam Ferris, the actor,
of course,
founder of a lot of programs.
Darling Buds of May.
Yeah, absolutely. Another mention for Pammy. Right. Okay.
That reference is one for the youngsters.
Let me just check. I think that's all the questions on Marmite.
It feels like we've limped to a close here, lads.
I'm so sorry. I've been quite sidetracked deleting my YouTube videos.
If nothing else has come from it, YouTube has been tidied up a little.
I mean, people get on and follow photos of my spoon on YouTube. Which
why have I got 7 subscribers?
I've just subscribed, Phil. You've gone from 6 to 7.
Well.
Absolutely insane. Yeah, 278 views on me gagging on some Marmite. Gosh,
that's more views
than I've got friends. So thanks, guys.
Oh dear. Thanks. Okay. A bleak way to go, but let's call that a night then, lads, shall we?
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't planning on editing this podcast. I really wanted a good, quick, smooth podcast that I could just chuck out and go to bed because, you know, it's been a busy weekend. And now I'm going to have to edit it for another, how long is this? Hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah, might take longer than that, to be honest.
Oh yeah, that's the minimum because I have to listen back to it. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
well.
Have a good week, everyone.
Bye-bye now.
Take care. Bye.
Professor Peppy.